Okay, guys, it's time for round two of the walking wake. Feels like forever since I used to play the last one because I recorded that on the same day I did the team building video. So I actually did not record yesterday, which may mean that I have decayed. Yes, I have decayed probably at least 20 points. So we're below 1700. Depending on the vibe, the level of opponents we're getting, such and such. I may push for 18 this video. Because that's 108 points, which is doable depending on the. If I get some 1900s, that will rack up very fast. I'm getting like around this. I actually don't know how much I get, but let's just play this game and see. I haven't seen a Garg in so long, which is insane to say. Walking way can't be walled, obviously. Especially when I Draco. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Because if he switches into my water move, he loses a monster. It's very likely he's gonna Draco. I mean, he's gonna try to cover for my Draco meteor. Depending on what we're looking at Terra-wise, I want to sweep him with my D-Knight. Toxapex will be primarily for his own and his pull. Toxapex checks most of his team, truth be told. Great Tusk can sweep, depending on what his pull is, especially his physical pull. Great Tusk looks very handsome. Torkoal in and of itself is semi-decent versus this bad boy right here, unless he's Terrafire, but I do have Yawn. So the worst case scenario is me staring down a Dragapult on lead. So what we're gonna be doing is do I want a walking wake lead? Yes, I do. So I'm going to walking wake lead expecting the Gomora. Oh, this allows us for me to hydro stream straight up. It forces him in a spot where you either go for the hazard and you're like, okay, I'm gonna commit to getting the hazard up because I know he's gonna be sashed, or you're gonna try to get some damage off. Now I probably could have, I don't mind it too much because he has to go to his own booster energy, but he has to go for well, he could drag and pulse or something like that. Maybe that's do it. If he has Draco, then he'd use it here. I don't know what so Dragon Pulse is 42. Draco would kill me. I don't have a Dragon Resist. Terra Fairy would give my Fairy type, give away my Water typing. Do I need it? Does make me Gold Dango susceptible, but I can get around that. I don't need my normal typing on D-Knight. I'd want it, but I don't need it. And this would be very hard for me to revenge kill if I don't do this here. The only qualm I have is that if he Terra Waters, because what I want to do is Toxic so he doesn't switch. If I recover, he's gonna switch. But he won't have the special attack boost, so that's fine. He actually goes through Dragon Pulse again. So yeah, he's gonna switch here, which sucks, but we'll just go for Surf. I figured Gomora / Garganical would be the initial out of, but as I said, without the special attack boost, he's far less threatening, so my Pex can easily come in on it. Look at Pex go. Look at Pex go. So very interesting that Gambit is his initial. I could take this as an opportunity to set up my Sun and spin. Or I could take this as an opportunity. My Great Tusk is in max defense, so what I'm going to do is end up calling hard. He should Iron Head straight up, even if he Swords Dances. Swords Dance is a bit strange. For a couple reasons, but I'll let him do his thing. Round one, I still have my Tusk. If he is Terrafire, then if I Lava Plume, I do some damage. I think I do enough to where Great Tusk can kill, and I have E-Speed in the back. Yeah, so he hard switches to pull. It's hard to say whether or not he's special. If he is special, he'd what? Shadow Ball? He probably feared Rapid Spin and wasn't confident that I'd knock him out there. And if I did go for Lava Plume, Pulp covered for it. Question is it worth, like, if I go my Pex here as he U-turns. I do want to know what his Polt is, because my DD Dragonite is fucking amazing. Well, kinda, depending on what this was. But yeah, obviously when I get my Walking Wake and I drink, so if he, so let's say the worst case scenario, Shadow Balls. I'll keep the Sun. If he goes to, the only thing that can threaten out my Toxic Plate, I figured he'd U-turn. I really wanted to just go for Spin there or Rocks, but I figured, okay, so he Walking Wakes and takes advantage of my Sun. Oh yeah, that's blows for me. But it's a speed tie. So we're gonna do Masquerade as a mid ground, because that might kill me. Oh, it's very close. That's a big deal that he terrored there. Oh my goodness, this is wonderful. This is amazingly, wonderfully amazing. Because obviously now he has to fear Flower Trick. I get to spike on his switch to King's Gambit, and I get the Sun turn on the this guy is a dumbass. What? Who goes for agility there? Oh, for a lot of reasons. It's not because it's just like, oh, Jam, you got predicted. I have a Toxapex. So, yeah. But I'll just U-turn here. Hydro Stream. I don't want to go about this. The Pex Hydro Stream would do a ton, and I'll sack Torkoal. I won't keep Cole. It's going to do a ton to me. But because he got the speed boost, I'll leave it alone. So obviously here it'd be my best interest. He crit me there, but it is what it is. I could have won Pex there on that. So now he could Hydro Stream, but it shouldn't 2-hit KO me. I want to recover to see how much it does. Yeah, it doesn't 2-hit KO. So I really wish I Toxic there, but the Spike's gonna go a long way, especially because he terrored. My Dragonite is a huge issue now, and he goes Polt. That's a fucking amazing. I don't know why he went Dragapult, truth be told to you. I'm gonna just surf hard. Oh, that's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. Especially because now you showed me that you're not. Oh, no, because my Dragonite still would be slower than you. Him staying in and risking that. I mean, it is a 1700 level player. Like, to sack your Walking Wake there when you have a King Gambit. I knew I wouldn't lose even if he did do it. So it wasn't like the end of the world. As I've said before, I typically make plays that if they don't work out, won't lose me the game. But that Spike is going to be a big deal later on. Especially for his Garganical not being able to Terra, and the fact that I can't foresee him having any. It depends on what his Goldengo is. I just need this damn Polt gone. So the Goldengo, it was Balloon. Okay, I wasn't sure. It could be Balloon Goldengo. This is a little annoying. Don't want to have to give up my screens. Walking Wake. So I just need his Polt dead, and my Great Tusk bodies him, or I get 2 spins off. Great Tusk and Dragonite are the homies. I'm gonna go hard D-Knight. Shadow Balls, please do not. Fucking okay. Alright, so this allows for me to roost. I could EQ hard. He is faster than me and goes to Make It Rain. So I just wanted to scout out what kind of. So he goes to Pull, which is great. Obviously, he's gonna go for U-turn here, back to Goldengo. He Will-O-Wisp. Very, very interesting. So he's losing burn turns, but it's not losing it fast enough for me, for my liking. But the Goldengo has to take spikes and surf now, which is a great thing. Right. So Walking Wake straight up. So I went Dragonite last time. He may recover. He does Shadow Ball. The upside of this is that I get to go hard D-Knight, and I want to D-Dance so badly. But I mean, if I Dragon Dance, you get swept. So you have to go hard Dragapult. Like, what I don't want is for him to stay in. I'll Dragon Dance. Yeah, I wanted to go. I wanted to fucking. He's definitely staying. If I Earthquake there, the game's over. The opponent's playing half decently. I knew the upside to this route was that if he goes to Goldengo again, he has to recover, which gives me the free switch in a Dragonite anyway. Because it's gonna be like a rinse and repeat. So I just made I didn't make the game harder. It's just I don't know if this level of skill. If I EQ on his Goldengo there, straight up, then. But he had to take that risk anyway. So it was just one of them things. He did what he needed to do. But I know I can probably play this long game out. But if he left his Goldengo in there, I swept him. He knows that. So this Dragapult's the only thing. The fact that it has boots. So yeah, that turn, if I just Flower Tricked his Walking Wake, I wanted to take advantage of the Sun turns. I didn't expect agility. Agility threw me because I didn't think he could there'd be any speed factor, right? So yeah, the Goldengo may shot a ball, it may not, whatever. Recovers, right? And so now I get to DD again. He does go hard to the Pult. He has to go hard Pult every time. I want to fucking stay in so badly here in Dragon Dance. He's U-turning 100%. Yeah, I wanted to stay in DD there, but we'll play it patient as he opts for Gambit. The upside is that there's, I was gonna say there's no double he can make, but I guess technically there is. Iron Heads. And now he sacks. He definitely doesn't want me spinning, so he probably sacks Goldengo or Dragapult. Yeah. The Goldengo was a little too fast. It's faster than my Dragonite, which is a little like, I don't know what speed tier that is. So we go hard to Pex. From what I saw, Pex easily eats. This is why I wanted to poison this thing so many times. He's definitely crit fishing this turn. But now my Pex is a big issue. The burn is, and fucking Hydro Steam has a lot of PP. Yes, Dragon Pulse. Pex is the key. Pex holds my team together. 42%, man, that's doing a lot to me. And it has so much PP. Yeah, the burn is really kicking my ass. So let me see, I'm at 54. See how much I'll be at. 58. I'm getting a little bit back, but I'll never not be 2 KO'd. So I might have to give up Tusk. 58. Would I come back in? Still, it's gonna be very close, closer than I anticipated, and you'll see what I mean. So I end up Toxicking because I can't risk him critting me. If he crits me, I'm done for. So I'll have to have Dragonite being the matchup, but he's gonna take 2 rounds of Toxic. So D9 comes in. The Dragapult only has. Is there a point of me DDing? Yes. It wards out the Gambit and Garganical. Because you get a deep pulse out speed EQ. I could roost spam, but I don't think there's a point. This is where I didn't want to Terra but this shit is too big of an issue for me not to Terra. It's gonna come down to whether or not the I just gotta go for Earthquake here. So my he played his Dragapult very well. So what I'm thinking here is, I guess it depends on what his other move is. If it's Dragon Darts, then I'm done for. If it's, it's Will-O-Wisp, which I figured he had to still Wisp, which gives Great Tusk hope. right? Because now he has to Garganical. He's gonna. Oh, it's Curse. It's Curse. Shit. He's gonna Salt Cure this turn. He may recover, but if he recovers, then I can't risk him Salt Curing out Diagonance again. I can't risk him Salt Curing as I go Great Tusk. Curse spams. Yeah, so he's gonna just Curse spam. So I gotta I don't know what I let him curse too much, but if I went Great Tusk on a critical turn, I was done for. So it's gonna come down to the crits. Yeah, because he's not doing shit to me. What is it? 40%. Let me see what I'm gonna be at. Let me see how much. I don't think I need +4 to do him in. 13%. Losing 20 a turn is too much. Yeah, I'm not doing shit back. God damn. He must be Mac. Wow, what a fucking game. What a fucking game. I had to respect the Dragapult better next time, because I could have easily won this if I just EQ'd on that. But he played it better than I expected for just a 1700 player. Like, he recognized that, okay, I'm going to lose to the D-Knight. I did not expect Curse. So that's something I have to keep in mind for the future. I just gotta go for the crit, but yeah, CQs. So yeah, that was actually a pretty good game. Do I regret any plays? No. Because I mean, it's a prediction whether you go to Dragapult or not. If I EQ and you break my multi-scale, I wouldn't lose, but it would make things a lot harder later on. Maybe it was just better to EQ though, because the things that I need my multi-scale for would, well, I guess only walking wake with multi-scale would be relevant for. It wouldn't be relevant for Garganical. It wouldn't be relevant for. It would be relevant for Gambit. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I EQ, he loses. He goes to Dragapult. I have to switch. Yeah. He just took the necessary risks he needed to take, and it paid off. Not happy about that loss, and I think I should have won based on my own decision making. But we'll take that moving forward. Mainly about the Curse Garg in the late game. I think if I had just gone straight Tusk, but I never considered Curse, so there was still hope in the end game there. But moving forward into this one. Actually, a very similar thing. Perhaps that Pult was a one-off. We'll see. But a very similar thing. In fact, I'm going to execute it almost identically to show you what I've learned from the last one and what won't work twice. He doesn't have a walking wing, so I don't have to tear my pecs. So that obviously changes things. But, I mean, beyond that, very similar. So, I'm going to obliterate him with this walking wing. In fact, because he has to pull, because Miarskirata is a dude-led Great Tusk with a Miarskirata. Oh, I keep forgetting people think Torkoal, but even then, Torkoal versus Pult is advantageous for the opponent. But either way, actually, funnily enough, my Miarskirata is very useful. A Miarskirata tends to, unless this is sashed, which, I mean, looking at his team, maybe he's one of those, I'm using Sash Great Tusk with the offense kind of players. So there's just a lot of downside to Tusk, not just as a lead, but to give Tusk up versus my style of team. Like, he's blown away. Maybe people just assume it's Adamant Knight. I've seen both Adamant and Jolly, specifically for Dragapult. But if I'm Jolly Dragon Knight, it's just a bloodbath. I guess Terra, you can save yourself with Terra flying or something on Gambit. Or Terra, Golden or maybe Trick or something like that, or maybe Scarf Gengar. So I'm sure he has some trickery. But when I think about from a lead standpoint, almost everything would be a bad matchup versus his Great Tusk would be a bad matchup versus everything on my team. Even you could argue Dragonite, because I doubt he can actually touch my Dragonite. So So headlong rushes, which implies offensive. It's probably offensive sash, which means, yeah, I actually don't want to stand. He's gonna leave it in because it's sash, yeah. Which means gives me the walking wake switch. I won't die, and I want to stop. He doesn't even go for rocks. Okay. Alright, so I'll just pulse here. He should never switch. Even if he does switch, he should never go into one of his. I figured that he would do something like that, even though it's not wise. But again, based on the Great Tusk decision making, I'm getting a pretty good idea of what my opponent's about. Let's do a bit, but I don't think the health matters. Plus, I don't know what the Grin's gonna do. The nature of his team may imply like a spike sort of style, and I don't want to waste the. I don't want to go Pex and have him spike up, and I have to get him 3 layers of spikes, and he's trying to stop me with Dragon Pulse to go. Then go and get. He has 3 spin blockers. Not that I think it would really matter in this game. Scarlet, when certain conditions are met, should eat my opponent's team alive, unless one of these boys are sashed. As long as Great Tusk, because Great Tusk eviscerates his team, no ground resist. So it's gonna be hard to spin, but he doesn't have any switching. So there's that. He's only switching his Great Tusk, which I can spin on, right? So opts for the pull. U-turn's pretty obvious here, but there's very little downside to my Pex. He doubles out to Gengar instead of U-turning, which gives me a lot of data. That means with one, he's expecting my Toxapex to come in. Well, now what's interesting is that Pex isn't that great versus his team. So I'm wondering why that's so critical for him. That, or he is Specs and he just wants to trick my Toxapex. I don't really have a switch into Gengar. I could Scarlet, because if he'll either trick here, which would give me a Scarlet Choice Scarf, which I actually would not prefer. But there's nothing else on my team that I'd want to have the Scarf. I guess Walking Wake with the Scarf wouldn't be bad. Question is, do I want to just hard switch my Walking Wake into this? He strikes me as a sash type of guy. I'm gonna surf Psychic, so that doesn't give me a lot of data. I'm gonna recover again. He could be choiced. Yeah, if he switches his move up here, he definitely expected my Toxapex. Yeah, he's not a 2KO, bro. So I could go Scarlet here. I'll recover again because he's clearly I guess he's banking on the Spadef drop, or well, I have Cobra Cloak or the disable, which is, yeah. What I can do is recover spam and then condition him. See, he's clicking it without thinking at this point, I can tell. That's conditioning 101. And we remove an item here. It's the Oster Great Tusk. Why save the 34%? So not typically these are running like Leaf Storm and such. I don't think I one-shot offensive Tusk from 73. I might be wrong. Let me count that. Right, to see the Leaf Storm set. So that's why I'm like, it's very odd, but that's assuming my opponent is has some grand game plan. So if that's not the case, then his plays make more sense. Flower Chick 65 to 77. Yeah, I could, but as he CCs here. This is good for Gengar, and there's Goldengo versus what? What would I be switching in here? I'd be switching in my Tusk, which might get 2 KO'd. And I want that for Gambit. The Gambit? If I give up Scarlet here, I'd be giving up 2 Monster 1, which means I'd have to go to Walking Wake to kill him. And then we go to Dragapult, which is not, I guess, not giving up 2 mons, but it's like, would I rather keep Scarlet or Walking Wake? Both are good. Just gonna U-turn here. He's definitely in range now. I don't want Tuscan. My thing is that he hasn't terrored yet. And Tusk, is somewhat of a failsafe. So what I'll do is I'll probably end up getting a kill here. See, he headlong rushes. Okay, didn't expect headlong rush, but his moves are attack dropping moves. I mean defense dropping moves. I mean I doubt he just let me spin after all the work he put in, but they're just gonna EQ here. He may, I could see it, but EQ guarantees me value. If he goes to pull, I don't want is for his Dragapult to come in and I spin and I get nothing out of the turn. Do I need the health on Dragapult? There's a case for it, especially if it's he hard switched it out last time, so it may be physical Bolt. And I don't think, yeah, he does stay in. He might get one shot because he's offensive, yeah. So here comes the Gengar. We've been here before. We recover here. He's terrified of my Scarlet coming back. So my greatest, that was a decent trade for him. I have to be very mindful of his King's Gambit's Terra type. That's really what I'm concerned about now. If I had spun there, he would have gotten, like, he would have lost his rocks and I would have been +1 speed and I would have killed him. So it had to go Dragapult. So all the work he put in would have been for naught. Man, I love Covert Cloak on Pex. So sexy. So sexy. So we don't want to, I figured, yeah. He's so terrified of the Scarlet. That should not, yeah, knock me out. I'm surfing again. Yep. One, if he Destiny Bonded there, and it did, let me think, what's the worst case scenario here? I guess Sub Pulp is something I didn't respect enough. Actually don't like how I played that last couple sequences. Sub Pult. Maybe subs here, because Pex can't touch Pult. So my great should I have sacked? Actually, yeah. Respecting Sub Pult was something I did not consider until this moment. So I'm gonna go Torkoal. Yeah. The reason I go Torkoal here is that Lava Plume breaks the sub, and I can take a Dragon Dart or two. And if push comes to shove, I Terra my Dragonite to EQ. But this was not the ideal sequence because now, yeah, I didn't. Lava Plume does not break this. Oh, I just threw. I'm pretty sure that's the roll, unless he's very bulky. That should not have been breaking the sub. Obviously, I can Terra Fairy my Pex, but he's just getting leftovers damage. Yeah. I was like, they should be breaking the sub. He has 3 turns of Sun. So, I think that first one is an insanely low roll. Yeah. Could yawn this turn, but if it's doing this much, like, because he's hoping that it's a risk on this last one, because one, he's risking the he's +2 though. I guess it depends on what his Terra type is. Oh, I do get it, yes. So this is perfect because now his pull just straight up dies. So I don't have to use my Terra yet. His Dragon, okay. Do I have to use his Terra so I can afford to use mine? So I'll Terra Fairy Toxic here. Pex saved us somewhat. Hazy Phantom Force. Oh, I didn't know Phantom Force. I didn't know Haze broke through Phantom Force even through the. So our goal here is to not have Gambit get a free setup. And how would you get a free setup? You get a free setup with so he's gonna Phantom Force here, and will he die? No, he won't with leftovers. Even if he does, yeah. So the only thing he can do is Phantom Force here. So I'm thinking, okay, what do I want to do? Walking Wake obviously dies to Gambit. My play would be to leverage Dragonite and King's Gambit, but I also want to make sure that if the Golden goes Air Balloon, I keep my Walking Wake. So the best case is sacking Scarlet here. I can deal with Goldango without Scarlet. He's gonna Dragon Darts. See all his Dragon Darts there. Well, he has to Gambit. Let's say Goldango's. Goldango's first, but I don't know what his Goldango's item is. Like, if he's not careful, I set up on him here and swept him. Let's say it's covert. My Dragon Dance, I wouldn't one shot. So what I'll do, my player is to Pex. He is Trick, I figured. So that's good. He gets the covert, which is whatever. It's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I surf here for the damage. You want to get him to make it rain, especially if he's not Nasty Plot. If he's Nasty Plot, again, Walking Wake comes in and blows him away with the flamethrower. I didn't play the. One thing I noticed in the fact that I haven't been playing a ton of ladder lately. Say crits there, which is irrelevant. Smart not to go for. So it goes Gambit, which is wise because you're like, okay, you want to get the setup opportunity pronto. So we're gonna go hard Tusk on the leftovers. I should be able to take the Sucker Punch from 34. Let me run this calc. I have 350 defense. If not, then my play is to go for bulk up. Probably always to bulk up, but I don't know. Plus King's Game. What's my timer? Okay. Great Tusk. Great Tusk. Oh, you bulk up. No. So I like 100 defense. Less 88. Less 76. More 80. Yeah, more or less. My max HP. 333. Fuck. Oh, that's about it. King's Gambit. All you swords there is fallen. 4 + 2 Sucker Punch. 28 to 33. Okay, I get the EQ here easily. Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if that was a yeah, not just Earthquake here, because you don't want him to boost. So now I can go to my Dragonite. He'd need a Miracle. He's not even okay, never mind. I just extreme speed. He doesn't even have I don't know why he went Goldango. I guess that's his only shot, I suppose. We surf here. The reason I say I actually could have left my Dragonite in there, but I was just Walking Wake to get a kill. The reason I could let Dragonite, I just EQ and extreme speed the Gambit. So nothing changes by him going Goldango, but Walking Wake got a kill now. So that was an arduous ass game for no fucking reason. It's ended in the 1700s at the very least. I can feel that, not rust in this sense. I think that happened last live as well. Not rust in the sense of structuring how I'm going to win the game, but rust in the sense of I'm not accounting for how the opponent can win. And so I'm going like so locked in on how I'm going to beat the opponent that I'm blanking on common sets like sub-pulse. Especially because he gave me that information low-key earlier when he doubled instead of U-turning. It's probably sub. And also something I didn't account for is how weak to sub-pulse I am. This team in particular. So I have to bank on Great Tusk. So Torkoal breaking all those subs was a blessing. But I'm pretty sure that was like the minimum possible roll. Like not doing 25% to a Bolt in the sun. That's not okay. So I want to use Draco Meteor with Walking Wake in the sun here. That's my life's purpose. And so because that is my life's purpose, I guess my life's purpose here is also to sweep him with Dragonite. Gambit is such high usage. He also lose to. So it's very similar structure. Late game Great Tusk. Get rid of the Polt if possible. I'm not gonna have any data on his Polt. So what's gonna likely happen is Sun, Pex, Tusk, Miarskirata, U-turn on who? He might leave the Tuscan on my Mirror Scarlet if it's going to go out. Tuscan to Pex, and okay, so I think, do I want to take any damage on Walking Wake though? You're like, probably, damn, what the fuck are you talking about? I was just thinking about the sequences. Like if I lead Torkoal's worst case scenario, let's say is Dragapult / Tusk, and I go Toxic, have him mute. I'll show you better than I tell you. Actually goes Cinderace, which is very odd. Very, very odd decision. Unless this is like banded something. But either way, we're gonna yawn here for one primary reason. Okay. It's a very odd decision to. We're gonna yawn again here. Chilly reception coming my way. Should I have rocks there? I can rocks now. If he goes to Cinderace, I can Lava Plume and Rapid Spin. The Cinderace being weakened isn't the big. Actually, completely. I always forget about Chilly Reception. So he goes to Tusk. So he's like, okay, well, if you're gonna go that route, I'll just Rapid Spin, bro. Okay. Yeah, I don't like how I played that early part, especially because he led so horribly. Like I got very little value out of this. In fact, I got next to nothing. Yeah, let me think. What value would I get from beating down this Great Tusk? To open up my D-Knight and my own Tusk, specifically my own Tusk. Is it worth the trade-off? Let me ask Scarlet here. Okay, I'll just play it patiently, especially because I don't know anything about this guy's skill set. We don't know if this guy's any good. All right, so you want to play it as conservatively as possible. It is possible he's faster than me. I mean, you go Cinderace on Miarskirata, that tells me all I need to know. But so we get the Draco opportunity here. He doesn't know if I'm Scarf, so he should hard Slowking. It's 53%. Okay, so Chilly Reception coming out. We're gonna do his Draco again. I needed that extra bit of Chilly Reception damage. It's gonna matter because it took. I mean, the extra bit that was a big deal right there. I don't know why he'd go hard Gambit. Yeah, I'll take it. He always Iron Heads here, or pivots the opponent. Interesting. But I'm playing like I don't have a game plan. Let's get back to the track. The first couple turns were not well executed by me. Because one, I'm expecting the opponent to acknowledge whatever, but it doesn't even matter because I don't need him to acknowledge anything to win this game. I just need to do what I need to do. So that's what we're gonna start doing. So between Pex and these modest specs. I mean, that did fucking 60 to me. So that's really important to note because very interesting. I mean, there's a chance he terrors here and tries to take me out. I want to go Walking Wake badly here. Badly. But there is a chance he Terra Dragons. He stayed in, so he stayed into Draco my Pex again. That's what I'm talking about. But he's modest. So I'll get the recovery back on Pex. I don't know why he keeps going Cinderace on my Miarskirata. Like, I could have killed the Cinderace between Flower Trick and Knockoff. I don't know if he has so this is, I'm in just a off. What the fuck is this guy on? Okay, I'll take it though. Okay. So 2 turns of Sun. So he doesn't even have. He might have it. So let's position Tusk here. Tusk is phenomenal magic versus team. I figured if he Pyro-Balled in the sun, I'll they say it doesn't have court change, or is it only Pyro-Ball? Pyro-Ball still did a lot. I don't want my Tusk burnt, truth be told with you. Let's see if his U-turn over his Pyro-Ball. If he Will-O-Wisp here, see if his U-turn or Fireball. Okay, so it's probably not. It's probably not. So we put Pivot Torkoal here. Torkoal covers for Gambit. He's staying in. What? Help me, bros. Now him getting the backs in for free is not great for me, especially if it's sub, because I don't have my Yawn here. What to do? There are a couple things I could do, but what to do? You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. This could be Galvarush band. My Meowscarada, it was so good. I played the Meowscarada awful. I played like, you know, it doesn't seem like I'm in that bad of a spot, but like this could have been a bloodbath. Like this should not even be remotely close. So yeah, I need to get back. I've been so busy the past couple of weeks. I haven't really been sitting down playing any mons, so I can sense my rust in like what people one are using. And two, so Scarlet, I can win without it. What I don't want him to do is sub Dragon Dances. Yeah. You do dumb shit like that is what I'm talking about. Like no reason to sub there. It's hard to say what he has, because what I want to do. EQ, okay, I see EQ. So I have a Sun turn, so I get the auto defense boost, which allows my Tusk. So he's gonna go for the so do his bulk up. He Dragon Dances, which again, no idea why, but we were able to 2-hit KO him. Here goes Hard Pull, just spexed. If I started rapid spinning, he'd have been done. So he's probably last move Ice move, which is why he hard switched. This Pulse, nah, huge issue though, because it can Draco for free, and I don't think it can do it Gilpex, but Shadow Balls, which is, don't know why I balled over Dracoing when I have no Dragon Resist. My Sun turn is gonna wear off, which I gotta be very mindful these next couple turns. You never leave Pulse at Pelt, but I figured just based on how he's been playing so far, I'm like, you never leave Pult in here. But because what this does, you'll see what is gonna happen in a sec. Especially because I'm pretty sure it's Icicle Crash on the Galv thing. So so he has one more turn. We go Dragonite here and we Roost. The reason I'm not Dragon Dancing is because he can just knock me out with the backs. And this Pult can't come back unless it's a free switch. He may go hard. My Walking Wake hasn't done shit yet. He crits me there, thankfully. So yeah, it goes to the backs. If it is Galvarush, then damn, that blows. But he's really weak to my Tusk. Dragon Dances again, just allowing me to bulk up. Yeah, if EQ is all you got, then you're losing to this Tusk. I really should be EQing here, because you don't want to risk the you know what. All of them died to this. Yeah. So we just EQ away. I'm probably way faster too. Yeah. But this shouldn't have been this close. I apologize. I need to shake this rust. Did he Terra? Did he ever Terra? Did he ever Terra? So I can knock this first turn unless in case he's Terrifying. That was an earlier prediction. It was just if he was Terrifying. If he wasn't, I EQ him next turn. I'm plus fucking 5 million Great Tusk. He does not want smoke with this guy. And I can just E-speed him. If he was, that's like do nothing to me because I'm so boosted. So I knew I wasn't in any danger. He gets the crit, but you lost your steel typing. Even if you didn't, D-Knight had it in the bag. But yeah, this rounds things out at 17-21. Actually, you know, this team it does its thing. It does its thing. I could get pretty far with this. I'd probably make a few more edits if I'm gonna shoot for #1 with it. But it wasn't the team this live, it was my own sloppy playing. So definitely enjoyed this one. I wish I prioritized using walking weight more, but you can tell the tier is adapting a bit more to it. So they're like, yo, we're not just gonna let you come in and blow us away. So yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed. Hit the like button down below, keep showing that love, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.